Oh, hey guys, Dan here, DD Speed Shop. I believe Danny's doing these videos in order, so you've probably seen this car in the background for a little while. Actually, I will thank you guys for watching the video that of me bringing it home, which was, I thought, a ridiculous video of me winching it onto a U-Haul trailer and driving a box truck all night. But that really did help offset the cost, so I do appreciate you sitting through that. I know people are excited about this. I am too. It's just kind of, well, this video is a little later, obviously, but we probably got snow on the ground and all that now. It is winter, so it's time to put this thing together. So we bought this last year. A deal came up, or 2 years ago, 2 summers ago, year and a half ago, right when we were moving and stuff, but it was a 70 Chevelle, and I think it was $1,800 or something like that. And I wanted it because I had a 70 Chevelle. It's like, it used to be, my favorite car changes quite often, but a 70 Chevelle is always in the top 5.
Murr was the guy's power mechanics teacher.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't remember that. But, well, there you go. It shows what kind of guy he is. But anyway, it's a 70. It's kind of a 1 year only. Dual headlight in the front with this kind of more bigger style. I love these cars. I think it'll probably be a keeper. And it was rough. It is rough. It's I've got a pile of money into sheet metal on this. I don't even know what I was thinking, taking it all the way apart before we moved. I should have not touched it. But hey, you know what? I did touch it, and we had the body off the frame. It's got a brand new floorboard in this thing. So I haven't put the toe boards in yet, but it's going to have new metal from basically halfway at the firewall all the way through the car. It's got a brand new floor pan in it. And then in the trunk here, it's got a brand new, well, there's the panels, trunk floor all the way up to here, all the way to there. So it's going to have all new metal. I've done one side where this thing was rotted right out. Obviously we did wheel tubs. It's got rockers on it, so I did floor pans and rock. I don't know if the rockers are part of the floor pan or not on this, to be honest with you. Maybe it was, I don't remember. But it's got new rockers. Obviously we have quarters. I stopped because this one, I think I screwed up putting the quarter panel on. It doesn't quite fit. I'd like to get on to that again, but you know, such is life, we will. So there's 2 quarters on the top. I don't have a deck lid, but I think it was actually in not too bad a shape. So we're gonna keep probably the trunk lid. This one I'm gonna do a skin. I'm gonna put the quarter on differently. I thought I would save body work, but now I'm in over my head to a certain extent. All back here is nice. They typically rot out the bottom. We'll wire wheel this and make that all decent. It has no front and rear glass. It does? Does it have side glass? Yes, it does. So we'll do that. Package tray is decent. So, oh, is the back seat brace somewhere? Huh. I wonder where that would be. I hope I didn't toss that out. Son of a gun. Oh no, there it is. Whew. So yeah, the back seat brace. Like, I took this thing right apart, drilling out spot welds. Oh, I even braced the thing. That's nice. The gauges and stuff were in it. It was a nothing kind of generic-y car. There's nothing special with it. Needs a little bit of love in the front yet. The doors, actually, oh yeah, they're a little rotten. They weren't bad. So I did buy full doors. So we'll see how those fit. So I got doors, full quarters. I bought brand new fenders. The fenders on it were rotten away. The core support, which was on it, I think, is decent by the looks of it. So we'll put that back on. Inner tubs under the stairs, I bought new inner wheel wells, so that's all good. Yeah, so there's lots of metal work coming. So that's gonna be the plan. I was putting it off because, oh, the instructions for the light outside. I wanted to, thanks Danielle. This thing was on that body shop lift when I was in Manitoba, and that was the perfect lift for this thing because it's awkward on jack stands, and you sometimes just want up and down a little, and I mean, you know, I get it, we're spoiled with the hoist and all that, but ultimately, we do film this and it makes it a lot easier to show what we're doing, and I think it makes for better videos. So I've held off, and I actually just last week I bought another little hoist that we can put on this thing to be able to kind of make it go up and down. And it's a portable one. It's used, nothing too special, but we should have that actually tomorrow. And then we can start doing this thing and make life 1,000 times easier for shooting. So that's going to be the plan with that. So this is going to be happening right away. I'm hoping tomorrow, actually. Every other project is basically done. The garage is clear. That Volvo's got to come in yet. I ordered a bunch of metal for that, so it'll be this and the Volvo a little bit. And the gold car I'm going to take a bit of a break on, just because it's at a good place to stop. This one, I think we can make it look like a car in a hurry, and I'm really excited about that because the quarters will go fast. Wheel tubs are going to suck, but you know what? I'll just get on that and jam. Doors should fit okay. Fenders should fit okay, and we have to see if we want to fit them. I bought this motor, which, again, I don't know what order videos are coming out here, Danielle, but this thing I bought just down the road from a guy, small block Chevrolet with a Turbo 350 transmission. It's got a 10 bolt in it. I believe it's 10 bolt. So we can slide that together and we'll have a complete car here, like really quick. It'll still be a lot of work. Don't get me wrong, it needs wired. The interior is junk. It needs all new stuff. But this era, Chevelle, Camaro, Nova, all these things, everything is available and everything is reasonably priced. I mean, when I say that, you can spend, I think it was $800 Canadian. I can get door panels for the whole thing, $200 carpet kit. I have some seats for it. The back seats in the shed, we can get that redone. Does it have a headliner in it? Nope. So we can probably put a headliner in. I don't know if these ones, Tri-5 ones are hassle. Not that I'm going to do it anyway, so we can probably put a headliner in this thing. Glass is a lot easier to find, and it's glue-in glass versus the rope-in. And Tri-5 glass is expensive. This stuff is relatively cheap. I'm assuming, I did Camaro glass, and it was really cheap, so I'm assuming Chevelle will be very much the same. Everything else, the cowl and everything is solid all up in here, which is nice, and then down at the bottom they like to rot out down there. I think it's in decent shape, is it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's nice. They tend to rot out there. Again, the leaves and stuff get in and it falls down in there and gets all rotted out, so it's actually in really solid shape there. The body mounts were good. It's sitting on the frame but not bolted down. But what I did do is I think we lifted the body off, put the floor pan on the frame, and then put the body all together. I think that's how we did it. I forget. We used like that A-frame that we made. So everything fits. I know we checked all that. I would like to put a couple of bolts in it just to make sure. It's sitting all cattywampus because it's got no front suspension. It's got blocks of wood in the front end there. So what I'd like to do is get this thing dialed, metal work it, like, you know, get it all welded, test fit everything, make sure everything fits okay. Then we can probably just hang the body from the lift and pull the frame around, wire wheel it, paint it, and if I get my act together, I don't have to spend a lot of money on this thing, but it does need obviously all new front end stuff, which the tubular control arm stuff is super affordable. So we'll get some tubular control arms, we'll get some coil springs. It's a manual steering car, which I actually like, so if that doesn't have any play in it, we'll just leave that. I really like manual steering stuff. Front steer, so we don't have any issues with oil pan clearances. That thing, those headers are actually literally meant for Chevelles, so that should fit. I mean, motor mounts, stuff like that, we're gonna be into this thing. But with what I have around here, I've collected over the last year and a bit, I think like $1,000 in front end bits, and this thing should be a roller and maybe even like a drive around town, kind of like just up and down the lane. And then we can decide what we want to do for interior, what we want to do for the rear end, all that sort of stuff. Once the body's off, I'll probably just use the stock. These things have a 4-link thing, like triangulating 4-link rear end, which is good. Take it apart, press in new bushings, weld them up a little bit so they're sturdy, box them. Front end will go together in like a day. Like, it'll be real quick and real nice. And I think the plan is just to make a driver. I don't want anything too crazy out of it. Initially, I'm thinking satin black with white stripes. It needs a hood. I don't have a hood for it. I want to get a cowl or a bulge hood or an SS hood. Black with white stripes. I love that look from the movie Faster, maybe, with the Rock in it, where he was like going all over the place. Very cool car with Kragers on it and stuff like that. That'd be one look, and I think ultimately, I really like these in like a, I don't know, champagne or like a darker gold metallic with black stripes. It looks so classy. I know I talk about paint all the time and it'll end up primer or something like that. But there you have it. If you're in the southern Alberta area and you happen to have Chevelle bits and pieces and stuff like that, let me know. It'd be really nice to put this thing with like buckets console, stuff like that, make it up as a fake SS. This was a Malibu, which I believe was the base model, like as low as it gets, pretty much. El Cheapo. I don't even know what it had for a motor, if it was a V8 or not. It might have had some bits in there I've since lost. And it does have a body tag. We can maybe run some of that. But yeah, we're going to rewire it, a bunch of welding and stuff like that. But having the quarters and the doors and the fenders on, even just like a bolt here and there holding it together, it'll look very nice. So there you have it. That's coming up here shortly. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any advice or tips or tricks about these things that I don't know, as always, put those in the comment section because I'm winging it. I had a Chevelle years ago and it was rotten and I sold it. I should have kept that one. But
That's the one that got parted out.
that's one that got parted out. I sold it to a guy because it wasn't for sale. A friend of a friend gave him my number and he said, hey, here you got a Chevelle. I'd like to buy it. I said, well, it's not really for sale. And at that point, I think I bought it for $3,500 and it was road ready. And it was rough. I mean, it was rough.
But we were driving it all around town.
It was a 307 turbo 350. It was green with a green interior and it was two-tone green. It had a green roof with green. It was ugly. Green interior. It was so awful, but it was complete. The frame had rotted in the front and somebody had welded it up and they did a decent job, but still it was probably, you know, if you want to make it nice, you need a new frame on it. Bone stock, Rochester carburetor. The bottoms of the fenders were rotted. I just filled them full of body filler because I knew I was just going to change fenders, painted those. And then the quarter panels, somebody at some point they were rotted like this and they just took a set of quarters and put it right on top of it, welded it in, and I got it when they were just like that. And instead of taking it all apart, I just body filled them and I think I painted them green or blended it in. It was ugly. It was an ugly car. So ultimately, I think I more than doubled my money on the thing. I had it for less than a year and got to drive it, and it was fun. But it probably, even though it was a running, driving car and was complete, it would need almost the exact same amount of restoration because the quarters were finished, the fenders were finished. It did have holes in the floor, but it wouldn't need a full floor pan by any means. The wheel tubs, at least the outers would have been rotted because they all are. And it was green interior, so like I hated it. That's really what was for me. It was so ugly. We'd have to redo the whole interior, you know. And then it had, like I said, 307, which is nothing, stock front end. Like it ran and drove, but it was
a project.
It was a project, and this probably would have been, and this is probably 20% worse, even though it started off way worse. You'd have to go the same distance. The only thing I think I would have saved on that car versus this one is the floor pans, and even that, it would have been panels, not a full pan, and the trunk was probably rotten too. I don't even remember, to be honest with you. And we would have gone from there, so I would have had the same amount of work on it. Unfortunately, yeah, the guy bought it, begged and begged for it. I dropped it off. He paid me, and then shortly thereafter, he was like, "This car is way rougher than I thought." And I was like, "Well, I don't know what to tell you, buddy." Like, he came and looked at it. He brought his body man friend to look at it, and I said, "Hey, this car is rough." And I said, "You're paying me more than it's worth." At the time, this is probably 5 years ago, eh? And he still wanted it, so I dropped it off. He paid me, I left, and then he was mad at me in the end. And I don't know, I guess I had done something wrong by trying, and the car was on YouTube. He'd watched the YouTube videos. Like, it was what it was. But such is life. At this point now, I try not to worry myself with what others think, because I feel like
it's sad just because he parted out the whole thing.
He lost interest. He parted it out. Had I known that, I should have just said, if you had, changed your mind, let me know. But I couldn't have paid him what he paid me. It was just ridiculous. The car wasn't worth that. And then I don't know what he would have parted out for and stuff, but such is life. I wish I would have known. I wish I would have saved it, because the number one thing I hate about it, or what I love about these old cars, is saving them. This car was rough. They're all rough. They're all very rough. They're all on the verge of being parts cars or too far gone. I've heard that I've heard that my whole life, but it's what I can afford. And panels are pricey, but you know what? You buy enough of them, you get a bit of a body shop discount. And labor and welding wire and welding gas, for me, is cheap, and I enjoy doing it. If you were to factor what we do here for work, even if it's not super fancy, these cars are a losing money proposition. But I feel like we're doing something good. It's our way of giving back, that other cars on the road. We're not going to keep them all. We have been selling them here and there, and maybe down the road this will be someone else's, and it'll be a nice car for them. Because I think for the most part, 99% of people are not going to buy a Chevelle that needs a full floor. Like 15 videos from now, when you see how much new black whatever metal is on this thing, you'll realize to yourself that was a big project, and I don't think most people would want to take it on. And either do I. But for some reason, you guys watch these videos and Danny hucksters her merch and keeps this boat afloat. So thank you very much for watching. Give me your advice, and I know, we're getting to it, I promise. We should probably go buy something else and just put this back in the back 40 for another 7 or 8 videos. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.